It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. In these very interesting times, I think all of us trying to wrap our heads around how we're going to deal with 21 days of lockdown. But for certain sectors, certain people whose businesses are being shut down or they're going to be forced to move to a skeleton staff, it really does come to bear. And I think one particular sector that is going to really be affected is going to be shelters.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many dogs and animals being looked after in shelters as we speak.
Yeah, and as you said, there's a lot of people who are contemplating exactly what a shutdown or a lockdown really means. And when we refer to our four-legged friends who live in these shelters, I mean, they've been living that for their entire lives.
Completely.
Exactly. So a total shutdown for rescue and rehabilitation centres means that they have to work with skeleton staff who can only provide the basics for these animals to get through the next couple of weeks. So it is also quite a dire situation for them.
Yep, and understandably there's been now a massive outcry from the various shelters around the country who need volunteers to foster animals wherever possible, to provide, to kind of offset the effects of the shutdown. And I think what they are going to be asking as many people as possible to take in pets if they can and provide that shelter,
And of course, they've been inundated with extra animals that have been dropped off by owners who believe that they can transmit the coronavirus to their pets as well. So listen, if you have time or you have patience and enough love in your heart, here's how you can lend a hand during these troubling times. You can check if your local SPCA is taking donations of supplies or any kinds of funds. Then search online to see if your local animal shelters are in need of foster homes. Many are keeping communities updated on their progress and whether applications are still open during this time. Please, very, very important.
Yep, in these unprecedented times, I think our humanity is going to be tested and it's going to give us an opportunity to shine through. And who knows, you might find your best friend in the world and you might want to make that foster situation a permanent situation.
And especially during this time where you might need a companion in those close quarters during lockdown. How about getting a furry friend to help you along the way?